The sheriff never gives up hope of catching Robin finally. He lays a clever trap, with what result you now shall see.
Aye, that's right. My name is Tom of Guant. But that's all you'll get out of me. I'll tell you nothing about Robin Hood.
Stretch him on the rack, my Lord Sheriff.
No, it's no use. It's like all the other members of the band. Nothing breaks them.
Of course not. Torture is out of date.
Out of date? Torture?
With men like these, yes. In London, Prince John has found a new way of breaking a man. He attacks something more tender than a man's body. His mind, Sheriff, his mind.
Throw him down in the dungeon again.
You can cut me in 1,000 pieces, but I'll not tell.
You interest me, Sir Simon. How would Prince John's new methods solve this particular problem?
Oh, Robin Hood's case is quite simple. Another wager, my Lord Sheriff.
You wish?
His men love him. Why? Because they consider him noble and generous.
All the Shire thinks the same. It's bad for my authority and Prince John's.
Then we must make his men think that he is not noble and not generous. We must convince them that Robin has only one reason for being an outlaw, his own personal profit.
How am I supposed to convince them of that?
Well, it's quite simple. We merely place one of our men in his band. Your ring strikes my fancy, Lord Sheriff.
Your idea strikes mine. A ring against yours. Doubtless you have in mind some fellow who can play it.
Precisely. He must be clever enough to win the outlaw's confidence in the first place. Once having done that, he can quietly blacken Robin's reputation. Once the seed of doubt has been sown, it won't be very long before his own men will hand him over to us.
Could work. Especially if in the meantime I offered a general pardon to all the outlaws on condition they gave Robin up to me. All I need is...
A crafty fellow who can play, actually.
Yes, I only know of one such fellow, Sir Simon. You.
Oh, my dear Sheriff, I have no great claims to any particular...
You're over-modest, Sir Simon. Your reputation as a secret agent of the Prince has reached me even here. It would be a fitting climax to your career. The Prince might well deem the capture of Robin Hood worthy of an earldom, shall we say? I have here a map of Sherwood Forest.
Simon Earl of Beaumont, eh?
This is Nottingham Castle. There are only two roads by which you can reach
it. 3 days without pickings, and now this. Do we let him pass, Robin?
He looks hungry, poor wretch. He needs a decent meal under those rags.
And about to go with it by the looks of him.
What do you want?
Your company at dinner?
It's a custom we have with travellers passing through Sherwood.
Their company at dinner in exchange for half of what they carry on them.
So we'll not insist on the second half of the bargain in your case.
You're Robin Hood.
And lucky you are to meet up with him.
Holy saints protect me.
What's the matter with him? Is he down?
After him, quick. Ah, easy, friend, easy now. It's all right. Now, why did you run away from me?
I didn't.
Ha! You needn't fear Robin Hood. He's a friend of poor people like you.
What's your name?
Jack the cobbler, sir. The sheriff's after me.
Oh? What have you done?
I made him a pair of boots. At his command, mind you. Special leather from Italy, doeskin tops, velvet lining, because he has very tender feet, you know.
Yes, I know.
A whole month I spent on them boots, and then...
He refused to pay you.
Yeah. I threatened to have the law on it.
That, my friend, was a tactical error. He is the law.
Oh. But please, Sir Robin, you're not going to harm me, are you?
Bring him along, lads. A good meal of venison will knock the fear out of him.
What do you mean, say he's not going to kill me?
Well, not right away. He'll feed you first.
Little John's only joking.
But I heard...
You've been listening to old wives' tales.
Come on, Master Jack.
Aye, instead of believing them wicked tales about Robin, I should have listened to Tom of Guant. Tom knows the truth about him.
Are you a friend of Tom's?
Ah, we were lads together. I was thinking maybe I'd see him around your camp again.
Robin, has Tom of Guant got back from Nottingham yet?
Not yet, but he should be back soon.
He's a noble, generous man. And to think that I was fool enough to believe what they were saying about him and Queen Eleanor.
What were they saying?
Oh, that Robin kept some of the ransom money that she was raising for King Richard. God send him safe back to England.
Amen.
But Robin gave her money.
Aye, and those that say he kept back more than he gave are liars. He's a noble, generous man. That's a fine jerkin you're wearing, Master John.
Aye. Belonged to the Sheriff of Nottingham. Once.
Will you wager it? If I lose, I'll make you a pair of boots.
You need new boots, Little John.
Aye.
Oh, that was kind of you, little John, to give him your beautiful fur jerkin to keep him warm. How would you like to join our band and live with us in the Greenwood?
Oh, it will be paradise on earth, Sir Robin.
There's no knighthood in the Greenwood, Master Jack. We're all equal. Little John.
That's a beautiful medallion Robin wears.
Aye, a crusader's medallion.
Robin fought with King Richard in the Holy Land.
Ah, he's a noble, generous man. I didn't really believe what Herbert the tailor said.
Another tale?
That our good king sent him back to England because he couldn't keep his hands off the treasures of Mother Church. It was like a sickness, Herbert said. So I'll cloud Herbert for that lie when I meet him again.
As you say, Friar, it is a work of real beauty. I can think of no one who would appreciate such a gift more than the Abbot of Tynedale. We shall always treasure it, my Lord Sheriff. The Abbot will bless you. What road will you be taking back to the Abbey, Father?
The road through Sherwood Forest.
Aren't you afraid of the outlaws?
Robin Hood would never molest a humble man of God.
No. No, of course not. Godspeed you.
Thanks for this.
In those clothes, even Robin Hood might mistake you for one of his own men. You know what you have to do.
Yes, my lord.
Hold there!
All right, little John, up. There. Try and straighten your legs. The idea is to balance yourself. You've almost got it. Keep trying.
What good does it do?
It improves the digestion. I learnt it from a mystic of India when I was in the Holy Land.
I've got good digestion.
Mental digestion. It clears the head and fortifies the soul.
Only prayer fortifies the soul, my son.
Well, aptly spoken, good friar. What happy chance brings you to us?
He claims he was set on in the forest and robbed.
A holy man like you, robbed of what?
A gold chalice I was carrying to the Abbot of Tynedale. It was a gift from the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Sheriff's chalice. Oh, well, that's different.
How many men set on you?
Just one. He wore a mask and was dressed in Lincoln green.
One of our men. It couldn't have been.
What did he look like? Was he tall or short, fat or thin?
He was well built and was as agile as a young deer.
Was he as tall as little John here?
No, he's too big and he's too small. He was about your size, Robin, yes, and with your color of hair. And here is an arrow he dropped. Whoever did it committed a sinful act. The chalice is a treasure of the church.
Yes, we must find out more about this. Will you stay and be our guest for supper, friar?
I must admit I pray better on a full stomach.
That's one of your arrows, Robin.
Yes, it is.
Ah, what does it matter, Robin? I have faith in you.
Thank you, Master Jack. The sheriff caught Tom of Guant in a trap this morning. And there's a rumor in Nottingham that Tom's turned against us.
You can cut off my arm and I'll tell you nothing. Slice off my ear if you like. Aye, rip me in pieces and I still won't talk.
That may not be necessary. Sit down, Tom. You tell me you know how to write your name.
Aye. Robin Hood himself taught me.
Robin Hood. I didn't know he could write.
There's nothing he can't do.
Except write. I'm sure he can't do that.
He can. And he taught me.
Taught you, did he? Oh, to prove it, let me see you write your own name. Tom of Guant. Well, I see Robin Hood can write after all.
There, lass, there's a coin for you for lending the sheriff your wall. Now, if any of Robin Hood's men come by and they can't read, you read it to them.
And is it likely that any outlaws will be coming to a respectable tavern like this? Anyway, I can't read myself. What does it say?
It says there'll be a full pardon for anyone handing Robin Hood over to the sheriff. And if you hand him over, my pretty, the sheriff will have a special reward for you.
You the lass they call Helen?
I am.
Pass this on to Robin Hood's men. Not Robin Hood himself, mind you, but his men.
And how should I know any of Robin Hood's men?
It's my orders.
Morning, Master Littlejohn.
Oh. Why?
Did you hear about poor Tom? He's to be hanged with the sheriff.
He'll not hang. Robin will see to that.
Now, where is Robin?
Out hunting.
Probably thinking up a plan to rescue poor Tom. Some men think best when they're hunting.
Robin has his own way of doing things.
Hey, look! A fox! In here! He went in here! And here somewhere.
What do you think you're doing? Are you mad?
Get it!
No one is allowed to touch Robin's possession.
Never I did. It was a fox. He sneaked in here. And I thought maybe if we caught him...
The monk's chalice. Here's a message for us, Derwent. And you're to read it for us.
For us, you said. You mean Robin.
No, not Robin, us. Someone gave it to Helen and asked her to pass it on to us.
Read it, Derwent.
It's from Tom of Guant. Robin's made a fool of me and of all of you. I found him in the hermit Felix's cave, where he had hidden the money for Queen Eleanor. He sent me to Nottingham, knowing that I would be walking into the sheriff's trap. I'll hang today at noon, unless you give Robin up to the sheriff. Give him up, lads, and save me. The sheriff has offered us all a free pardon if we do. Written by the Friar Henricus and signed by Tom in his own hand, which I know well.
So that's the mission he sent poor Tom.
I don't believe it. They must have tortured Tom to make him write that.
Oh, I know how you feel. But I know Tom of Guant, too. No matter how they tortured him, he wouldn't betray his true friends. Facts are facts. First the arrow, then the chalice. And now Tom's own words.
But no one's been in the hermit Felix's cave since he died.
Well, let's go and see if the money's there.
It won't be.
It won't be either way. If what we hear is true, Robin would have hidden the money somewhere else after Tom saw him.
And there might be traces of it left.
If he hid it, which he didn't, but if you want proof, then let's have proof.
This is a holy place. Hermit Felix died here. Maybe we shouldn't go in.
I've no fear of the dead.
Nor me.
There you are. It's empty.
You were right, Little John. They must have forced Tom to sign his name to that message.
Well, there might be something somewhere.
There's nothing. Robin was never here.
Well, let's find him and see about saving Tom. You've had your...
Gold. Another piece.
Look.
It's Robin's, isn't it, Little John?
Do you still believe he didn't hide the king's ransom here? It's Robin or Tom, lads, one or the other.
I've been waiting for you, Little John. We've got plenty of work to do if we're going to save Tom of Guant.
Robin, is it true that you found Tom of Guant in the cave where you hid the money you stole from Queen Eleanor, then sent Tom of Guant into a sheriff's trap? This isn't a matter for laughing at, Robin.
So I see. What cave do you mean?
Where the hermit Felix lived.
I've never even been inside it.
We found your dagger there.
I lost this in that skirmish with the sheriff's men last week.
How'd you explain the arrow?
That came from the sheriff, too. He must have a whole collection of my arrows by now.
That's true.
Robin, we found the stolen chalice among your things.
Aye. Explain that if you can.
I can't. You'll just have to take my word that I know nothing about it.
The word of an outlaw?
We've been taking each other's word as outlaws for quite some time now.
Time's getting short, Little John. At noon, they'll be leading Tom of Guant to the gallows.
You no other defense to offer, Robin?
Yes. This.
Rope. You can put an arrow into me, Robin, but I'm only one.
Be careful, Little John. I might get a twitch in my finger.
Put down your bow. I almost wish you had put the arrow in my heart, Robin.
You came close to getting that wish, Little John.
Are we all agreed, lads? We take him into the sheriff.
Yeah,
We're agreed.
So, my lord, I decided to go to work in a different way. To try new methods. To work on something more tender than a man's body. His mind, my lord. His mind.
You're a clever man, Sheriff. If you succeed in capturing Robin Hood, an earldom is not beyond the bounds of possibilities.
Yes, that had occurred to me. Earl of Sherwood. Sounds well, doesn't it?
Hello! Hello, Sheriff!
Oh, what is it, fellow?
Hello, Sheriff! The outlaws!
What about the outlaws?
Well, they're here. They're bringing in Robin Hood. They're handing him over in exchange for Tom of Guant.
I'll bring them in. See, my lord? Precisely as I'd planned. I'm glad that an intimate friend of Prince John's is here to witness it.
Here, come on, you can't come here. Guard it!
My Lord Sheriff, I've kept my promise. I'll bring this to my...
Yes, Sir Simon, I know. You carried out my instructions to the letter.
But my Lord Sheriff,
I shall see that you are adequately rewarded. Ah. Men of Sherwood Forest, you have done a noble deed this day. I'm a man of my word, and I now solemnly proclaim you, fully and forever, free men of England. Hey! Well, Robin Hood, now that your career as an outlaw is at an end, I should like to take this last opportunity of confessing a certain admiration for you. You have talents. Properly employed, in my service, for instance, they might have taken you far.
Thank you, my lord.
To demonstrate that my admiration is not without value, I offer you your choice of gallows.
My lord, I can only say I hope someday to offer you the same choice.
All right, lads.
One move and the sheriff dies.
Do as he says.
Very wise, the sheriff.
Now, Sir Simon of Beaumont.
Oh, no, Robin, this one's mine.
No, Little John, he's mine. So, you thought you'd make fools of us with your play acting. My men could give you lessons in that. They saw through you from the first. Prepare to defend yourself. Sword? Oh, thank you, my lord.
Mercy! I beg your mercy.
On one condition. That you make a pilgrimage to Canterbury in a pair of boots of your own making.
But I don't know how to make boots.
By the time you get to Canterbury, you'll wish you did.
Just a minute, Robin. How are we going to get Tom out of the dungeon? He'll be well guarded, you know.
Come on, Little John.
I knew you'd come for me, Robin.
Hurry up, or we'll all see the inside of a cell.
It's your new method, my lord the Earl of Sherwood.
Well, you should have seen his face when he was raking through your things trying to find the sheriff's tellers. Then you should have seen him when he thought we wouldn't find the coins and the dirk in the cave.
When Robin shook his ropes off.
Were we convincing enough, Robin?
You were so convincing that I was afraid for a moment you'd forgotten you were playing.
I thought your finger really had a twitch and you were going to let fire with that arrow.
How did you know that he wasn't the cobbler, Robin?
Tom, you were a cobbler, weren't you?
Aye, and a good one.
Let me see your left hand. Where did you get that callus on your thumb?
From mending shoes. All cobblers have a callus on their left thumb.
Except Master Jack the cobbler. When I saw that he hadn't got a callus on either hand, well, then I was sure that he wouldn't know a cobbler's last if he saw one. Welcome back, Tom.
Welcome back, Tom.
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood. He called the greatest archers to a tavern on the green. They vowed to help the people of the king. They handled all the trouble on the English country scene and still found plenty of time to sing. Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood.